Hello, my name is Bill and I am the supervisor of the Broward County Library Books by Mail section and Talking Books Library. What are Books by Mail and Talking Books? These are services for people who cannot use traditional library services. First, I will discuss Books by Mail. Books by Mail is a service of the Broward County Library for people who are disabled, homebound, sick, etc., and have no way to get to a Broward County Library branch. If this describes you or someone that you know, you are eligible for Books by Mail. How does someone get signed up to start receiving Books by Mail? Anyone who wants to start using the Books by Mail service has to fill out an application for the service. This green application is for people who want to receive large print books. If someone wants to receive large print books, the back of this application must be signed by a certifying authority, such as a doctor, nurse, social worker, etc., who can certify that the applicant needs large print books. This is because the postage is free for large print books. If someone wants to receive regular print books, they must fill out an application to receive regular print books. Besides filling out this application with the applicant's name, address, etc., there is a place on the application where the applicant must state why they are eligible for Books by Mail. In other words, why can't they go to a regular Broward County library? This must be a valid reason, such as I am homebound and have no way to get to the library, I'm living in an assisted living facility, etc. The reason cannot be that you would like to have items mailed to you so you don't have to go to the library in person. Regular print books will be mailed to you in a blue pouch like this, and the library will pay for the postage when the books are mailed from the library to you. You are responsible for the postage when you are sending the pouch back to the library. The books are placed in the pouch. The pouch is zippered just like this. When they come to you, the little mail card right here will have your name and address facing up. When you're ready to send them back, you just turn the mail card over so the library's address is facing up, put it back in the slot, and then after you pay the postage, you give it to your mail carrier, drop it off at the post office, etc., and it will be mailed back to us. You can also have someone you trust, such as a family member or friend, drop the pouch off at a Broward County library. If the library is closed, the pouch can be placed in the drop box. Besides books, Books by Mail customers have access to all of the circulating items in the Broward County Library collection, such as CDs and DVDs. How does someone get signed up for Books by Mail? As I mentioned earlier, they must fill out an application. The application can be mailed to anyone who requests it. Those interested can call Books by Mail at 954-357-5757 to request an application be sent to them. The application can then be mailed back to us at the address on the application. Applications can also be emailed to anyone. If you would like to receive an application by email, please email booksbymail at booksbymail@broward.org to request an application. One will then be emailed to you. The application cannot be filled out on the computer. It must be printed out and then filled out. The application can then be scanned and emailed back to us at booksbymail@broward.org. Another way to send the application back to us is by fax. Our fax number is 954-357-7420. There are no overdue fees for Books by Mail items. As long as the items are returned, there is no charge, even if they are late. The only time that you have to pay is if you don't return your items or if you return them damaged. It is important to know that if you are signed up for Books by Mail, you are not able to go into a Broward County library to check items out, as you are registered as a homebound customer. If your situation changes and you are able to start going to a library, please let us know and your record can be adjusted. If you have any questions about the Books by Mail service, please call us at 954-357-5757. You can also email us at booksbymail@broward.org. Next, I will discuss the Talking Books Library. What are Talking Books? The Talking Books Library is part of a national network of libraries sponsored by the Library of Congress for people who are unable to use regular print books. This can be due to blindness, vision impairment, a physical disability, or a reading disability. This is a completely free service. Talking books are books on small cartridges that users listen to on a special machine that they will receive when they are signed up for the service. How does someone get signed up for Talking Books? They must fill out an application just like this to start using the service. To receive an application, someone can call 954-357-7555 and an application will be mailed to them. The application is also available on the library's website, www.broward.org/library. On the website, the application can be found under the tab for Services, then under T for Talking Books. The application has to be printed out before it can be filled out. The application must be signed by a doctor, nurse, social worker, etc., before it can be processed. It is very important to state that if the applicant has a reading disability, the application has to be signed by a doctor. That is a federal requirement. If the applicant has any other disability that allows them to use the service, the application can be signed by another certifying authority, such as a nurse, therapist, etc. The application can be mailed back to the Talking Books Library at 100 South Andrews Avenue, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33301. It can also be emailed back to us at talkingbooks@broward.org. It can also be faxed to us at 954-357-7420. Once the application is received by the Talking Books Library, the user will be sent a Talking Books machine, just like this. Once again, this machine is free, as is everything else with the service. They will also start receiving talking books in cases like this that they will listen to on their machines. This is how you use the machine to listen to the books. First, of course, you take the book out of the case. You put the book in the machine right up here. Then you turn the machine on by pressing the power button.
Player on. Volume up. Take this cup. Jerusalem Chronicles.
And the book usually starts playing right away without pressing the play button. And then to turn it off, you just hit the play stop button. And then you hit the power button to turn your machine off. And besides a talking book machine, headphones are also available to anyone who would like them. The Talking Book service is available for anyone who cannot use regular books. This is for the smallest children up through adults. There are books available for all age ranges, from the smallest children up through adults. There are books available on many different subjects and by many different authors. Besides the talking books that are available to listen to, Braille books such as this one are also available for those who use Braille. And this is a children's book I'm holding in Braille, but there are books for adults in Braille as well, for any adults who use Braille. To return your talking books, all you have to do is turn this mail card over that will be at the front of your talking book case. When you receive it, it will have your name and address on it. To return it, you just take it out, flip it over so the library's name and address is facing up. The postage is already included. Put it back in the slot, and then give it to your mail carrier, put it in your mailbox, or it can also be returned at any Broward County branch library. It is worth repeating that there is never a charge for anything with the Talking Book service. There are no overdue fees, etc. We ask that you return the items when you are finished with them so that others have a chance to use them as well. Talking Books Library customers can request books by calling the Talking Books Library at our number 954-357-7555. They can also email us at our email address, talkingbooks@broward.org. Most people who receive Talking Books have their accounts automatically set up to have books selected for them, usually once a week or every other week or once a month, based on the subjects that they have chosen, as well as their favorite authors. Users can still call us to request specific titles, specific authors, even if they are set up to receive books automatically. In closing, I would just like to say once again that Talking Books is a completely free service. There is never a charge for the Talking Books machine, etc. Please feel free to call us at 954-357-7555 or email us at talkingbooks@broward.org with any questions. The current hours for both Books by Mail and Talking Books are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you call during our closed hours, please leave a message on our voicemail and we will return your call when we reopen. This concludes my presentation on Books by Mail and Talking Books. We look forward to hearing from you.